This time we're going to do secondary use entitlement. I have a example. I'm going to share the screen and we're going to walk through this. Hi, Vetted VA. This is Adrian Placenta with TruePath Loans, and I'm here for another edition of VA Math. This time we're going to do secondary use entitlement. I have a example. I'm going to share the screen and we're going to walk through this on how to do a secondary use entitlement. Secondary use entitlement means you can have more than one VA loan at a time. If you have remaining entitlement left over, you could go get another VA loan. This is beneficial for anyone who wants to keep those low interest rates on a VA loan. You get that 2.25, or you get a really low interest rate. If you could go and buy another one and still get that great rate, come in with low down payment, it's a huge benefit for veterans. Secondary use entitlement doesn't always work out for high balance areas. It depends on how much entitlement you have. There's some math we got to do. I broke this down in a few different things here. As you can see, A is current entitlement used. There's a calculation to get to the current entitlement used. You would see the current loan size and multiply it by 0.25. It does say on the certificate of eligibility what the current entitlement used is, but that may be off the original loan size. And if they've had it for a while or paid down that loan, you always want to double check current entitlement used. Current loan balance, multiply it by 0.25. So it's a quarter of the loan balance. B, this is Fannie Mae County loan limit for secondary use property. Where are you going to get that property? You're looking for that county loan limit. So if someone's shopping around, it's important to know what counties they're looking at so you don't qualify them off of an 822,000 loan size and they actually buy in a 548 or vice versa. I'm in Orange County, California, so we're high cost area, 822,375 for Fannie, 548, 250 almost everywhere else. They do have in between, and it changes every single November. At least it's announced every November, and then it goes into effect January. C, max 100% financing limit. We're going to calculate from A and B, we're going to get C. D, purchase price for the secondary use property. Obviously, you could ask the client or qualify them up to a certain purchase price. Purchase price is important to know. Down payment needed. We're going to calculate this number based off of everything else above. This is how the math works. And I had a note over here, if you go through this math and this number ends up being negative, it's because your purchase price is lower than your 100% financing limit, so you're fine. If that's negative, just ignore, and there's no down payment needed if you follow this math. So on this math, it says B times 0.25 minus A times 4 equals C. That's B is the county loan limit. So county loan limit, multiply it by 0.25. You're going to subtract out what was used on current entitlement, and then you're going to multiply what's left over by 4, and that is going to be your 100% financing limit. So here's your example. Guy owes $594 on his current loan amount. We're going to multiply that by 0.25. He has current entitlement used of $148,500. So this is what A is. Current loan size times 0.25. That's A. B, we're assuming the guy's buying in Orange County. Multiply it by 0.25 and then subtract out this current entitlement used. And then what's left over, you're going to multiply it by 4. So if we were to do this math, 822 times 0.25, it's a little over $200,000. You subtract out 148, you're left with a little over 50,000. Multiply it by 4, that's how you're at 228. And then down here you can see B was the county loan limit and C was our answer. And the last equation down here, D minus C times 0.25 equals B. D is the purchase price for that new property. Subtracting out the 100% limit. What we're trying to do here is figure out what's the difference between what the VA allows us to go up to 100% on and what they're actually buying at. Whatever that difference is, the client needs to bring in 25% of that amount. So they don't need to do a 25% down payment on the entire amount, just the difference between the purchase price and the 100% financing amount. So in this case, let's say the guy's buying $1 million property. He could finance up to 228,375 for 100%. So you subtract that out, and then what's left over, you multiply it by 0.25, and that tells you how much down payment you need. So if you think about it, all right, you got about $1 million, a purchase price about 200,000 on the 100% financing. The difference is about 800,000. They got to bring in 25% of 800,000, roughly. That's where you got the 192. Now, I mean, as far as like down payment goes, yeah, on $1 million property, you could be buying this with 192 with closing costs. You're still at 20% down, but now you have an assumable loan. You have a great interest rate. You have the option to do an IRRRL later with no appraisal, no income docs, and yeah, it's just a much better loan. So this is a good option for a lot of people, even though they may not have a lot of entitlement left. Coming with the down payment still makes a lot of sense versus going conventional. All right, that's it for today. Thank you.